Friends, my book Be a Habitual Winner has hit the market, and I am very much encouraged to get the report that there is enthusiastic response in both Amazon and in the Himalaya Publishing House outlets across the country, where youngsters have shown a lot of interest in buying this book. That precisely fulfills my basic desire that I wanted to reach out to my readers, because after last few years of delivering motivational talks in India and abroad, I was requested by my readers that I should come out with a book which will help them a lot, and I have been flooded with so many emails from my students and industry managers who have heard me that it has brought out a lot of transformation in their life. And I thought that if I can reach out to my readers little bit through this book, and I will be very grateful to God, and that is how this attempt was made by me to write this book. The basic, I have just tried to structure the motivational strategies, because you might have read many books of this kind, and the initial review reports that my publisher as well as many of my readers, my friends, my family, they have come back with after going through the manuscript, that this book will be a sort of, I should say, an out-of-box approach has been made, Jera Hatke, from the other books of this sort, where the writer sits at the high pedestal delivering sermons that please do this, please don't do this, like this, do's and don'ts. I have not attempted that. I have tried to take my readers along in a process of journey where I have reached out to them through various stories, lifetime experiences, jokes, etc. And through that I have subtly conveyed and some messages which in a structured manner can bring out a lot of transformation to their life. So this is the departure from the normal run-of-the-mill books of this sort, and I am sure you will enjoy it. As far as youngsters are concerned, I have mostly made them my target audience, because they can only take risks and bring out a big transformation in their life by chasing the dream, by dreaming big and chasing the dream with all passion. By dreaming big and chasing the dream with all passion. Because as you know, the greatest tragedy of human life is not that we dream big and miss it, but we dream small and achieve it. That is the biggest tragedy, because we are not meant for that. We are meant for big dreams. We are meant to bring a lot of transformation to ourselves and to the society during our life. And that is what the basic message I have tried to send through this book. And also that the life is very short, and we should be in a state of healthy restlessness to package as much value as possible to this life. And in the process of chasing, in the process of dreaming big and chasing the big dream, if friends we make some mistakes, then those mistakes, they do not remain mistakes. The intensity of passion converts these mistakes to be right. Like as you know, Columbus never wanted to discover America. So he reached the American shore by mistake. Okay, but that mistake did not prevent his name from being written in golden letters in the annals of history. Okay, so similarly, there are so many instances that can be given. Most of the weaknesses that we normally feel, they do not remain weakness when the intensity of passion is very high and the commitment to chase the goal is very high. Most of you may be knowing this, which I have always shared in my talks. A person who stammers, a person who was stammering, he one day approached one corporate guy from his village that you give me a job. As it happens with most of us when we visit our villages, there will be a lot of people who will come around and say, okay, get a job for my son, get a job for my this and that. So this poor guy who cannot talk properly, who stammers, he comes and requests a corporate honcho that please get me a job. And this man to get rid of him, and this company, by the way, it sells Bibles. It is into selling Bibles. So this man, to get rid of this guy who stammers, he says that, okay, I'll get you a job, but I have a vacancy only in sales department, but how will you sell? Because you cannot talk properly, you stammer. So how will you communicate? But this fellow was so desperate to save his family from hunger and very poor guy. So he said, just get me a job. I'll see how to succeed in that. So this fellow, he puts him into a territory where not a single Bible has been sold in the last 10 years. So that this fellow fails to sell a single piece, and he himself runs away by putting his resignation paper. But it so happened that out of all the territories, this territory performed extremely well with astounding performance in sales. And when this guy was being felicitated, and when this guy was felicitated in the function, then everybody started asking that you stammer, you can't talk properly, how is it that you became so successful in getting the highest sale for this Bible, and from the territory, a sterile territory which has never sold more than 1 or 2 pieces possible. His answer was very simple. He said that in the morning I'll carry a bag full of Bibles and I'll knock at the door, and the moment the door is opened by the householder or his wife, he will say, Sir, I don't want to sell this Bible. I'll just read it for you. So he's trying to say, I'm not here to sell the Bible to you. I'll only read it for you, because he stammers, so he cannot talk. So he's telling, I'll read it for you. And he starts opening the Bible. That time, after seeing this man in extreme pain, who is stammering and is not able to talk properly, the householder or his wife, they will immediately say, sorry gentlemen, you don't have to read, we'll buy it. And that is how he ended up selling at each and every household where he knocked. So you can know that how somebody should be good enough in transforming his weaknesses into strength. So transforming weaknesses into strength is in your domain, and you create reality for yourself by being able to do that with intensity of passion and your firm commitment to succeed against heavy odds. Then I have tried to address a lot of issues to the middle-aged persons who know that the life is slipping out of their hand, only few years are left and all that, and they have to do a lot of things. The children are to be educated, daughters are to be married, this and that, house has to be bought, this and that. Within all these, changing the goal and how to be successful, and that is possible, right? Because you can package as much as possible into that, and as I have said, even if you make some mistake, that mistake becomes right if your passion is very intense. Then a very important point that my friends, they said that you have brought to the book, that is, that the word retirement, this word retirement should actually be banished, because when you say somebody is retiring, you have already planned to tell him that you are old enough to die, so you better take rest, and all your children are settled, this and that, so you take rest. And you either go to a sanatorium or go to a forest or go to a hill and take rest, you become a reclusive or whatever. This word to be replaced with the word reinvention, because my book addresses that everybody can be a habitual winner irrespective of his age, because I have also talked that how through neuro-linguistic programming, how through psychoanalysis you can condition your mind to remain young and agile all through your life, and through creative visualization how you can achieve that has also been explained in the book. So why I say reinvention is that is the best creative and innovative stage of your life, when you have nothing to worry. Your children are settled, you have built your house, you have all the provisions, you are financially comfortable. In that situation, you are in a position to take as much risk as possible. This is contrary to the belief that in old age you should take less risk. But I am saying in old age, when everything is well settled, you can take as much risk as possible. And it is almost like playing the slog hours by a cricketer. He knows that I have got only 5 balls left, and he hits across the boundary. So that is what any old man should do, that all the parallel passions he could not chase during his lifetime because he was so busy in his corporate job or his preoccupations, that he should achieve all these things at this time. And that is how I have given many examples, like I have talked about Colonel Sanders of KFC also, how at an old age, how this old man has decided to kept his unkempt beard and become the logo himself, because he wants to inspire all the old people, so-called old people, that you look at me and feel inspired. If at this age I have created a big empire which has given McDonald's a run for the money, then you can also do it. So at any age, anybody can be a habitual winner. Only he has to practice the tenets which I have prescribed in the book in a structured manner. And if you follow in a structured manner, then you will be a sure habitual winner. So this is a small thing I thought I will share with you in the day when my books have hit the market. I request all of you to please read and please share with your friends, and so that more and more people they get energized and invigorated and motivated to create much more than they believe they are capable of. Creating much more than you believe you are capable of, that is the biggest target of this book, to empower you to do that. And I am sure it is possible and you will do it. And kindly send in your feedback to me, so that that will help me in shaping my thought process further. And thank you very much. Wish you very, very happy reading. Thank you.